What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of RC Blocker. For the past month and a half, I've been on a motorcycle adventure. 2.5 hours west of Sydney is the magical Blue Mountains and the Central West, where we found some awesome scenery, some spectacular lookouts, good food, fresh air. We dug up a little bit of history. We even went on a steam train ride. It was epic. Zigzag Railway, guys, is a must if you haven't been before. But most importantly, we found some amazing tracks to drive an RC car on. So we are back to build another car and take him to the mountains. So in this episode, guys, we're gonna build the Tamiya Blackfoot re-release, and in the next episode we're going to take him to the mountains to do a mountain run and discover some of this fully sick scenery to take an RC car on. So with that said, let's take this bad boy off the shelf and onto the workbench. Alright guys, look at this box. The box art again is fantastic. Inside the box, again, nothing short of amazing. Tamiya's styling is just fantastic. We've got the rims here, body pieces. Look at this Ford body. We're gonna paint him up, make him look nice. All the bits and pieces. There's quite a few bags in here, guys, to get through. One thing I've noticed with the Blackfoot is there's no box of goodies like some of the other kits, but everything's here. Look at these tires, monster tires. This should be a fun kit to build. Let's lay them all over the workbench and start getting into it. All right, now that we've got the car laid all over the workbench, let's go to the part shop and see what upgrades we're going to use for this car. Alright guys, upgrades for this car. We're going to go with a super stock TZ motor. Give it a bit more power, and we will go for the 1060 brushed electronic speed control from Hobbywing. Actually, I've got the Tamiya Hobbywing one here, which is pretty much the same thing. So we'll use this and see what else we can find. Alright guys, upgrades for this car. Full metal ball bearings that I picked up from Jazz Rider. A 20 kilo power HD servo for that little bit more torque. A 26,500 RPM super stock TZ motor to give us that extra power to tackle those mountain trails. Tamiya Hobbywing electronic speed control to hook up our lipos, and a FlySky receiver to hook it up to the FlySky transmitter. So guys, I'm just hoping with this motor and servo, it will give it that little bit of extra power, extra torque to tackle those mountain trails. Take this thing off-roading. Let's get into it. Alright, so the first part of the chassis is done. Now to fit the electronics, the servo and the electronic speed control. Alright guys, the electronics are in, and just have to clean up the wires. Now over here where the power on off switch goes, this won't reach, so I'm gonna maybe put it over here somewhere. We'll continue building. I want to see what goes in the way. If there's nothing there, I might just put it here so it'll be easier to get to. Anyway, it's coming along pretty good. It's a pretty exciting build. I like this. It's a little bit different. Just watch out with the anti-wear grease when you're greasing up the universal axles. You can get that stuff on your fingers and then it becomes a mess. You start touching everything and it just sticks to everything, man. Yeah, so I used a paper towel and cleaned everything up. Alright guys, it's coming along nicely. So far so good. Chassis is almost there. We're up to the shocks. So I've got everything ready. Let's build them and throw them on the car. It's time to do motor, the Super Stock TZ motor. This is a beauty. This should make this car perform really well. Let's have a look at this bad boy. Look how nice this motor is. Now hopefully this motor gives this car the power it needs. Let's put him in there and have a look. Guys, the chassis is done and ready. Have a look at that. What a super fun build. Easy. It's a little bit different, the design, but it went together very easy. I think the Monster Beetle will be pretty much exactly the same. So we know what we're up against when we do that. But yeah, this turned out fantastic. The only thing left to do is paint him up and it will be completed. And speaking of paint, let's go to the paint shop and see what colors we're going to use. Alright guys, so I've got a problem. I thought I had black, but I've got a metallic black and only half a can. I don't think it's going to be enough. I'm running out of time. So I've only got 2 days left and we're leaving, so unless I can get some color on, I don't know if I'm going to be able to put the stickers on. We'll see how we go. Damn. Anyway, if we don't finish the car, I won't put the stickers on. We'll do our mountain run, come back, and then finish it off. See what happens. Lesson learned. Check first. Check you've got everything to complete the car before you start the build. Anyway, we learn as we go. Alright guys, so I've got the body under primer. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go ahead and hit it with this metallic black. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Let's see if we can get a few coats on and see what it looks like. Let's do it. Guys, it's the next day. I let the body dry overnight. I woke up this morning, came into the studio and have a go of this. Look at the Blackfoot. Even though it's not finished, it still looks like a beast. So I've come to the conclusion that I would like to put another couple of coats on it before I actually sticker the car and finish it off. But the way it is like that, it's got that black, rugged look. Just perfect to tackle some rugged terrains, which that's exactly what we're going to do. So I'm going to leave it like this. I'm just going to finish the body off and we'll take him on an adventure the way he is. Then we'll come back and finish it off. Might even put a bit of a pearl through there too and do something a little bit custom, but still make it look like the box art. So it looks like we've got a car for our adventure. So I'm super happy. I'm super excited. I just can't stop looking at it. I spent a good half an hour in here having a coffee and just looking at it, admiring it, and just the way it is, it just looks like a beast. The Blackfoot is a fantastic car to build if you haven't built one already. Definitely I recommend it. It's got that look. I can't wait to drive this thing. I want to see how it goes. Suspension and all that is all stock, so I'm expecting it to be a little bit bouncy, but I still think we're going to have a ton of fun with this machine. So anyway, let's finish him off and see the final unfinished result. Alright guys, so I painted the front grille. I'll show you what I did. I sprayed it in primer, put the clear orange on the indicators, masked up the headlights and some of the grille, and painted the black in. Now I'm not going to know how this turns out until this dries and I rip off the masking tape. We'll let it dry and we'll come back to it, see if we have to put more black. Guys, check out the front grille. Have a go at this. It's near perfect. Not bad, not bad. It turned out pretty good. Take your time with the prep work and the end result will be a lot better. Alright guys, the Blackfoot is done for now. Have a look. Guys, the fact that nothing went to plan, it still turned out pretty good and worthy of taking it on an adventure, even the way it is. I gotta say, I'm still super happy with it. It was a fantastic build. I had lots of fun. This is the third truck in our Tamiya collection. The other two are up here. Let's take out the Midnight Pumpkin and just compare the two side by side. So you can see the Blackfoot sits a little bit taller. It is a bigger truck, so it's got a longer body, more ground clearance than the Pumpkin. I had an awesome adventure with the Pumpkin. I had an awesome adventure with the Lunchbox, and I'm sure I'm gonna have an awesome adventure with the Blackfoot. Another unfinished project. Now we've got the Blackfoot to finish off. We've still got the Dark Impacts body to paint. So much to do, so little time. But drop a comment, let us know what you think of the Blackfoot, the way it is, or what we should do with it when we get back. Alright guys, so if you enjoyed this Tamiya Blackfoot build but not finished video, drop a thumbs up, subscribe for more content, and stay tuned for next time to see the Blackfoot on its mountain adventure on RC Blocker.